Ah, good afternoon. Welcome to the cottage. This is Miss C's cottage. I am Miss C, and this is the home of the Sun Bunny. Come in, leave your shoes at the door and all of your worries and woes, all your negative thoughts. Come on in, grab a chair, grab something to drink, sit back, get your project out, and soak up the love for the next hour. We're going to be working on a couple things, but you can bring your own project, crochet or knit, and just relax, have one safe hour out of your day. And thanks so much for coming to the cottage today and spending that hour with me. I love you all. You know that. You're so important to me. Let's see who's here this morning. Sam, you're going to start your socks, Sam? You're braver than I am. If you don't know by hook or by needle Sam, you need to go over and subscribe to her channel, because if we do that, we make more work for her. She puts a row on her, not only her crochet blanket, but her knit blanket for every 5 new subscribers that she gets. And you might think, well, big deal, but she's the one that I will refer you to for all your knitting needs. I'm a very basic knitter, and she can do most all of it. And I will send you all over there if you have any questions. Plus, the end of the year or the end of the time that she designates, when she's finished with those 2 blankets, she's going to have contest and give them away because they are subscriber blankets, which I think is a marvelous idea and generous. So if you don't know Sam, like I do, you need to go check her out. All right, there's Barbara Riggles Baker in today. BRB, I love you. And Jackie Belcher's here. And Winsome Cat. Hey, Cat, how are you doing today? And my friend Eileen. I love Leanie. And my bunny's right here, Leanie. Jerry Reynolds is here along with Dottie Murphy and Cece. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Jacqueline Marley, all the way from Ireland with big Irish hugs. And Vivian is here in Sujan. And Amanda's here today. Hello, Amanda. And there's my friend PP, Pebbles Pico. I love that pea girl. She comes in spreading joy and love and happiness wherever she goes. And that reminds me, I talked to someone at Haven Hill, which is on the other side of the mountain from where we sent the Sun Bunnies. They have, the man and wife who are on Haven Hill have land. And some of their friends had campers and donated the campers, moved them up on the land. They've been able to get gravel in there so that they've leveled off areas. They've got water, they've got stuff, and they've got 30 to 35 children. So I'm going to put out another SOS to those of you who wish to join me in making 30 bunnies or buddies, whatever. Woo, whoo. If you so choose. I think Jeanette Egan said she was going to send some snow people, which will be absolutely perfect. So there you go. Another cottage craft. Janice Urfer is here. Don't forget to leave your epithelials. And Nana's Crochet. Nana, I'm doing well today. I'm doing better today. Mr. Elmo is over his chest cold, for which I'm very thankful. I bought him some Robitussin. I was thinking Desinex, but it's Robitussin. I bought him AM and PM, and he's been faithful in taking that medication. And I think all his congestion. I've done 3 loads of laundry this week, so I know he's sweating out the fever. But I think his congestion it broke up yesterday, and he felt well enough. We did go out for about an hour, a ride yesterday, which was good. That he felt good enough to want to get outside. So, and this morning he's out working in the train room. So that's all good news. I'm thankful for that. I don't know what I'd do without him. Um, So thank you, Nana, for asking about me. And Benita, hello to you. And hello, Jen Jen. And there's my baby boomer, Kitty Lane from the peninsula in Virginia, who taught me A, B, C, D, E, F, G. But I thought group was this. But I would imagine group could be anything. So she says group, like ball. All things concentrated in one area. Made sense to me. Um, Kim G and Vivian. I think I said good morning to Vivian. If not, good morning, Vivian. Leave your shoes at the door and come on in. I will help you with that knitting because that scarf is so beautiful. I will for sure. There's my Jeanette and Ellen. Ellen, I'm into the second skein. And look how beautiful. Oops, let me get the hook out of here. Look how beautiful this is becoming. I'm going to have to hold it back even farther because I think this is so pretty. And it's just about, I think when I get to the 44 rows, I think it's just going to be just about right. Only comes down to the girls in the front right now. That's all we got. Just to the girls. So it needs to be a little bit longer. I'd like it to come down to my elbow anyway. Keep my arms warm, but I don't want it to interfere with what I'm doing. So I think it's going to be just perfect. This is Ellen's. Down the shore cape. Down the shore cape. Love it, love it, love it. And I am making it with Baby B, Sweet Delight Prince. It's called On Top of the World. So if I'm down at the shore on top of the world, you know it's going to be one great shawl. Okay, let's see who else is here this morning. I love you too, Sam. There's Margie, my arrow lover. And not so naughty, Dawn Lavelle. Dawn Lavelle won some yarn. I just took it out to the to-go table. Samantha Stewart, how are you doing today, sweetheart? I'm so glad to see you here. Did you ever finish that cottage core blanket? It is so beautiful. You really need to concentrate on that and get it done. Everybody's saying hi to everybody. Yolanda, hello, hello, hello. Prayers, please, for Jeanette Egan. Okay. I think she's on my permanent list here. I know she is in the book. And today is 23. Oh, today is 24. Oh, by the way, Jeanette checked with her local cancer center where she gives her hats, and they will take anything, any yarn that she does. They will accept. So I am sending her. I think it's already out there at the to-go table. A box of that's a silk bamboo blend, and I tried making my. I got on the bus with KK and Kendra, Sanita. I don't know who else is on the bus making the hexagon hexagon cardigan. But no wonder they shorten it to hexicardi. But I can't make it out of that. It's too heavy. Excuse me. The bamboo and the silk yarn it's a nice heavy weight yarn, and I think by the time I'd get it done I wouldn't be able to lift it up and put it on, so I have to start over. The owl is a real hoot. It goes to my friends up north with the 10 Little Owls book. I just haven't got it sent yet. You know me, I just haven't got it sent yet. And there's Margaret. Margaret, I don't know whether you know or not, but I've been riding in the back of the bus in the mornings to school with you. So I just like to sit in the back window and make faces out the back window to the drivers behind us. I hope you don't mind, and I hope I don't embarrass you. But that's just the way I am some days. Benita's got her thumb out there. Yes, it is very good news about Mr. Elmo. I'm really thankful that he's feeling better because you know another way to die is pneumonia. You catch pneumonia, you go in the hospital, you die. And there's Demi. You guys are so faithful to come in. I love you too, Jacqueline. Hello, Samantha. I did say hello to you, sweetheart. Let's see, who have I missed? Callie Girl came in, and there's Jess, the crafty gypsy. Hello, lovely humans. I have been listening to Victoria Beata. She tells us stories from the Glen, and she calls her listeners dearly beloveds. And it just sucked me right in. I loved it. So I'm going to start calling you my beloveds because I do belove you. Yeah, I think you're right, Pebbles. They it's like the slang in our country or the different areas have different meanings for different words, and they all mean the same thing, but they're different words. VJ, welcome, 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 girl. Leave your shoes at the door. Come in, grab something either cold or hot to drink, and pick a chair. There's several empties here, and pick up your work. As soon as we get done with the chit chat, helloing, we'll get started. You are working on your mosaic blanket. Good, Samantha. I'm glad to hear that. I know the alphabet in sign, but I can't read it. I'm weird. No, you know what, Jen? You need to do it in front of the mirror and look at yourself in the mirror as you do it. That's the only way you're going to learn to read it. Is your brain sees your hand, and your brain is telling your hand what to do, but your eyes also see in the mirror, and it's going back to your brain what your hand is doing. So you're getting that that circle, and and it works. It works if you do it in a mirror. So sit in front of a mirror, or in the morning when you wash your face, brush your teeth, whatever. Do your sign language in the mirror so that you know what you're doing, and you know what you're doing, but it helps you to read what you know you're doing. Something like that. Oh. You used a 4 weight. Okay, Ellen. I just figured I'd go down to my elbows, and then and I'll try it on again, and we'll see if that fits, because normally if I can cover my neck and my shoulders, and then I'm warm, a little bit of my chest, then I'm warm, but I don't want anything to go past my elbow because it gets in the way of my arm, and I like my arms free. You're going to start on snow people tonight? That'll be awesome. Those snow people are so cute. Kitty's a really good teacher. Dee Marie's, hello. How are you doing, Dee Marie? Just lurking? That's okay. We like lurkers in here because they come in, take their shoes off, they get themselves something quietly, something to drink. They quietly grab a chair, they quietly take their project out, and they quietly sit there and work with us. And then they say goodbye on their way out, and I still get to see their beautiful face when they come in. So, works for me. Does it look like Agatha's reading shawl? I haven't seen that. Well, I don't. I have seen it, but I don't remember it. There's a lot of things that I recognize that I really don't remember anymore. Debbie Graybert's here. Yes, we can. We can pray for Bob and Peggy. All right, Samantha, they are in the book. They are in the book. Yeah, there's no rush, Jen. Just practice. Another good thing to do is when you're when you're driving down, and you drive a lot, Jen, when you're driving and you see ollies, then you don't have to put your hand up here. You can hold it down. Ollies, and just practice that way, and your hand spelling will get faster. A hexacardy party. Say that 10 times fast. Yes, what I'm saying. What's a sunbunny? Well, I am so glad you asked, Kat. Since I am Miss C and I live at Miss C's cottage, which is the home of the sunbunny, a sunbunny is just and more than just a crocheted rabbit that I make and give to people who need to know that somebody loves them. And they look kind of like, I don't even have one here. I'll show you this one. There's a tiny one. They look like this. They have eyes to see your moods. They have ears to listen to all your joys and your sorrows and your secrets. But they have no mouth with which to share. So they're not going to tell anybody what you talk to them about. And you can yell at them, you can cry with them, you can get angry, you can grab them up and hug them. They're squishy. and they'll love you no matter what. They give you unconditional love. And each one that I make comes with a story of who they are, their name, and the fact that they are made with love so that you will always know that somebody loves you. And that's what a somebody is. There's another one up here. I don't know whether you can see because of the. You see this one up here? This one was made for me by Sam, and it has a pocket on the back of him. And in the pocket is a map to find his way home because he goes around all day handing out love in his blue bucket. And in case he gets too empty at the end of the day, he has a map to find his way home so that he can refill his bucket. And if that's not the coolest thing, I don't know what it is. You used a Lion brand ombre. You know, I went to Walmart the other day looking for the apple green ombre, and they only had one on the shelf, and I needed two, and I know dye lots and all that stuff, so I thought I would wait. But you're using a different pattern, Amanda? I don't know. Jax was putting out hugs. Her shawl she calls hugs. And that girl is needy right now, so be praying for her, okay? She's in a deep hole, and she needs her friends to help lift her out. So if you just say a little prayer, God knows the need. Say a little prayer for Jax, and say a prayer for Samantha. Sassy Mary's here. Hello, hello. Yeah, pneumonia's not anything to play with. And Benita, Demi, Cat. There's my angel in the frozen stone. I love, love, love that girl. For those of you who don't know, I had considered taking all of the rabbits, the sun bunnies, and some buddies that were sent here up to North Carolina. And I set a date for everyone to have their stuff here. And then I realized that Mr. Elmo was not going to drive me, and he was not going to allow me to drive by myself. And so my angel in the frozen stone volunteered to go up with me out of the blue. Not only that, but the day, the week that they were due here, she had her husband drive her down here with her contribution and hand delivered them because she was afraid if she had mailed them, they wouldn't get here in time. That's over and above love. That's real love. That's just not, I love you. That's real love. And that's what we need to have for each person that is in this chat, because that's what God commands us to do. He doesn't say we have to like them. He doesn't say we have to like what they do. He just says we need to love them. And when you love someone with an unconditional love, you will find that if they don't at the beginning, you plant that seed and it grows in their heart, and they will love you back with an unconditional love. Because guys, love is what it is. God is love. And when we love, we are in his image. That's your sermon for the day. There's my cousin Dee. Haha, Ellen. It is 50 degrees right here today, and it was 33 last night, so not real warm. Diane Major's here. Hello, hello, another lurker in the bushes. Okay, let's go on down. Please don't forget the thumbs up. You know, I have to tell you guys something, and then we're going to start this crochet thing because I really want to get your knitting down today. For the last year, I have seen my channel grow by leaps and bounds. I went from, I don't know, one, I guess, to over 1,500 in 1 year's time, which is very good. I didn't do it. Juan initiated a bunch of it. I went from 86 to over 1,000 in one night because of Juan's recommendation. But there again, it was because I loved him. And I showed him my love with the bunny, and he felt that love, like love he hadn't felt in a long time. And with appreciation, he shouted me out to his group, which I don't know where they are by now, probably up over 5. But anyway, they came over to love on me. And all last year, I grew and grew and grew in number. I grew and grew and grew in family. And I loved more and more people loved me. And I got a sense of false pride. And I realized it about 2 weeks ago how prideful I had become, how wonderful I was, how people just loved me. And I asked God to humble me because I don't want to be prideful. That's one of the 7 deadly sins. So I asked God, please humble me. Keep me humble. And boy, did he ever. On 2 occasions this week. And it doesn't make me love you less. It makes me love you all the more. But I want you to be aware that I'm human. And you guys lifted me up so high I couldn't see myself. And when you ask God to keep you in his will, he will find a way to do it. So there's that. Oh, that's the difference, Leanie, is the 3 panels worth versus the 5. I like that 5 panel because it's more like moon, half moon, and I think it stays over the shoulders easier. Diane, you don't have to apologize for a blanket hello. Everybody knows who they are, and they see your name and they accept that for themselves. So you're good. So, Kat, did I tell you what a somebody was? Are you okay with that one? Such a darling wee bunny, isn't it? This one came from Gabriel. And the yarn that she used was something special that she only had a bit of and was holding back. It had come from someone who loved her, and or someone she loved, and she didn't want to throw that little bit away, and she just kept it because it was such a special yarn. The yarn itself is, I think it's alpaca, and the yarn holds special meaning for her. So when she decided to make me a bunny, she used should not cross my legs. She used that special yarn. Tales from the Kingdom of the Yarn Givers. Her name is Littlest One, and the Angora was given to her, and it's been waiting for a purpose for a really long time. And she's written me a whole story, complete with illustrations about my Sunbunny, and and um and there we are. Awesome sauce. The nice hot cup of carrot juice. Thank you, Gabrielle. She's kind of been lost on the YouTube streets for a while. I don't know. I don't know where she is. You like it? Yeah, they're pretty cool. I initiated something called hashtag Operation Appalachian Sunbunny, and I ask all of my viewers to send in Sunbunnies for the children in Appalachia, the western North Carolina area of the Appalachian Mountains, so that they would have a Sunbunny for Christmas. And we came up with 145 Sunbunnies and Sunbuddies. Now the Sunbuddies are more like this owl. They're done on an Addy or a Centro. Some of them are stitched up here, up the center, so that it looks like they have legs, and the arms are different. But 145 we were able to send. I think that's awesome. Kelly says, big squishy hugs to Granny D. Thank you, Ellen. She needs prayers right now. Oh, Deidre. I love you so much, sweetheart. Shadow visited his cousins Bingo and Petunia. Okay. He's been everywhere, I think. There's my Mimi girl. All right, I'm going to the bottom. You want to make one with the scarfie I have. It's a 5-weight. It's going to be fine, I think, Yolanda. I think this straw will be fine with any that you make it. I made it out of a 3-weight yarn because I live in Florida and I don't need the warmth, and so I really appreciate the open spaces in the sleeve. If you used a thicker yarn, they might not be quite as open and would give you more warmth and more squish. And I don't know why a 5 wouldn't work. No, Callie, I live in Florida. I live near Gainesville, Florida, where the University of Florida is. I live about a half an hour from there. I wish I lived up north. No, I can't say that. There are reasons why I wish I lived up north. KK and Kendra and Granny D lives in Faith, North Carolina, and my friend Spring lives in West Virginia. KK lives in West Virginia. My friend Jen, she lives in Ohio, not too far from my sisters. So whenever I go up there, I say, Jen, I'm on my way. She says, I will be there. And she comes and gets me, and we hit all the yarn shops in the area. We go up to Michigan Fine Yarns, which there's no way I could get there from here. Do you feel it? Do you feel it, Amanda? I think I showed you the picture. You know what? We keep doing this. We're not going to get to the scarf today. Hang on a sec, guys. For those new people who haven't seen the reason for the season and my love of the Lord, here's why. Because every time Jesus at the right hand of the God looks down at me, this is what he does. He looks and laughs because I'm such a silly one. Is that not like the best picture you've ever seen? I love that guy. And he loves me, and I know it. And that's the best part. Because you know why? The Presley girls told me yesterday, today is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. And what she said added more depth to what that is the verse that the Lord gave me on the morning that my husband died. My Tom died. And I've told you that story. I'll tell it again later, but not today. What Corey said was today is the day that the Lord made for me. He made it for me because he loves me. I'm his child. So how can I not rejoice and be glad in it? I could choose to piss and moan and decry over all the negative things in my life, but what good does that do me? What good does that do everyone around me? What good would that be for you? You turn me off. You wouldn't watch. Who wants to turn on YouTube and turn on the negative street? I sure don't. If I click on somebody new and they're like, oh, this and this and click, I'm off. I'm gone. I don't. I have enough chaos in my life that I don't need anymore. And my papa used to say, go sit on your own dung heap. Everyone has a recycle bin or a compost pile or a dung heap, whatever. Everyone has one. Everyone has one. We don't need to go digging around in anybody else's because you wouldn't want anybody digging in yours. So you don't need to tell them. They don't need to hear it. And we don't need to choose to be negative. We know we've got aches and pains. We know we've got problems. But if we dwell on those, they only get worse. So I choose to tell you, come in, sit down, and soak up the love because that's what's here. All right, let's see. Down to the bottom. Barbara Clark is here. Hello, hello, hello. And Amanda's here from JB's. I hope you guys are going over to visit with her in the mornings. Kim Fortune has taken a permanent job with the school. And so she's not able to do her coffee with Kim in the morning. She does a bus ride, but it's like 7 o'clock in the morning or something ridiculous like that. And I am not up and out of bed at 7 o'clock in the morning. So JB's Amanda has agreed to take over that time slot and be there for her until the weekends, and then Kim's back. Sarah Mahoney, how are you, sweetheart? I'm glad to see you come in the cottage today. I do love all of you. You know, Yolanda, I don't know what his life was like on that day, but when he opened that box and saw that purple bunny and read the story, it touched his heart. And it decomposed him. And he actually had to stop his live and compose himself. And when he came back on and started talking about it, he wasn't over that yet. And he had to stop it a second time. That right there told me that my depth of love for him had come through, and that he realized when he held that bunny how much I loved him, and that that love was in that somebody. And and I think he loved me back with that same amount of love, to the point where it touched him so much he couldn't go on. He had to stop and compose himself. And I will never forget that. I don't expect that kind of a reaction from people when I give them. Once I give, it's yours to do with as you see fit. I mean, you can say, oh, great, and throw it in the corner. You know, that's your prerogative. It's your somebody. But just know that it was sent with the intent that when you needed it, when you needed love, when you needed unconditional love, and you weren't getting it from anywhere else, you didn't ever have to go anywhere else to get it. You had it right there in that somebody. All you needed to do was to pick it up and hold it and tell it why you were so sad. And your somebody would love you unconditionally and never share that secret with anyone. Guaranteed. That's what they're all about. Amanda Hancock. Hello, hello, hello. Kelly's taking over Bonnie's spot. Get your thumbs up there. Seriously, go leave some DNA. Put those epithelials right there. See, Callie, that's what got me in trouble. My heart was so filled with love that my brain was getting too big, and God had to remind me that of my human side. Winsome, if you would like, I don't know whether you make amigurumi or not, but if you would like the pattern, just Gmail me at misscottage at gmail.com. And like VJ says, leave out the apostrophe. It's misscottage at gmail.com, and um, I will send you the pattern. No, no, Kelly, it is not wrong to feel loved. Never, never wrong to feel loved. And it's never wrong to be happy that you are loved, because love is what it is. God is love. And when we feel love and give love, we are in his image. So it is not wrong. If you don't feel loved, you grab your somebody. We are very fortunate to come to these YouTube streets, the corner of love and happiness, and find each other. I feel blessed. Deidre, welcome, 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 Deidre. Boy, I'm far behind, aren't I? Kelly, sometimes I feel the same way. I told you lots and lots of times. My kids are all in South Florida and they don't call. My grandkids and my great grandkids are all south and they don't call. So I have a YouTube family that I know loves me because they keep coming back week after week, even though I'm so darn goofy. And that's what the cottage is. The cottage is full of love. And I hope you feel when you come through that door and I see your smiling face, I hope you know that in my heart I am loving you. And I hope you feel the warmth and the love that's in this cottage. And I hope you take a bucket of it with you, because sometimes the walls just bulge out with so much love in here that you need to take it with you. Never use Scarfy. Okay, I don't use Scarfy because it's a 5 weight, and I don't use the bulkier weight yarns. Mimi, he's called the Laughing Jesus, and he was in the newspaper. And I cut him out and took him to my frame shop, and I said, "What can you do with it?" And they they did it, and they out here on the matting, they put the clouds, so it looks like he's looking down at me through the clouds, and I just love it because when I think of Jesus, that's what I think of, is he's laughing at me because I'm so silly. I do the silliest things, and I think he's laughing at me in love, which tells me that I'm doing the right silly things, I think. Kelly, are you coming up? Did Oh, that would be awesome. Kelly, are you a member of um, Kim Fortunate Creations? If you're a member, you can come up on the panel tonight at 7 o'clock. She's got a game going. Woo, 23 at your house, Jenny. Jenny Hanks lives about a half an hour, 45 minutes north of me. I think it was 33 here, Jenny. Oh, Kelly, I'm going to have you didn't tell me about your Zoom. Mary, we need positivity in our life. Yeah. What is that song? Something the positive. Don't talk about the negative. I don't know. I'll have to look it up. Oh, Benita. Yes, I agree. I agree. Bye, Kat. Like I said, if you really want to if you want to make one, let me know. Big hugs and loved you all. I love that. And everybody knows. Oh my, Leanie. Whew, no wonder. I don't do it either. It's 7 o'clock for me, and I can't. I don't get up that early. In fact, we're not going to get much done at all today with our sit and knit. I hope you guys have been knitting. I want to start a scarf. I did show you that that I finished off my washcloth, dishcloth. I finished it off with the dark, and it was the one that we started here with 4. We cast on 4, 2 yarn over and knit across, 2 yarn over and knit across until we got halfway. And I guess 44 is right about the right amount of stitches across this center to get a nice 6x6. And I am going to make a shawl, and I'm going to use the Premier DK in purple. And I'm going to use my hooks, my needles, my size 10s. And we've only got 9 minutes. Pebbles, it's easier to do. It's because they're with us all the time. The aches and the pains and the headaches and the hip that doesn't want to work, or the knee that's got a pain in it, and it's with us 24/7, and it begins to grate on you. But if you focus on it, it just gets worse. So if you have to write down, go to the Psalms. Go to the Psalms. It's I have loved you with an everlasting love. Do you know what that means? When he looks at you and says, I have loved you with an everlasting love. That's one that doesn't go away, no matter what. No matter if you get up in a good mood, no matter if you get up in a bad mood, no matter if your hair looks like the wreck of the Hesperus or if it's neat, no matter whether you haven't put makeup on, no matter if you're still in your pajamas, no matter if you have ugly thoughts in your heart for someone that you absolutely distaste, he will still love you with an everlasting love. And so will your somebody. A somebody is just a representative of his love because his love is in every somebody. You can't hug him, but you can hug that somebody. And it's the same thing. Write it down on a 3x5 card. Put it in your sweater pocket. So when that knee goes out and you say, oh crap, you can pull it out and say, I will lift you from the slimy pit and set your feet on higher ground. I am in the pit, but he will lift me and put my feet back on firm ground. That's a positive. Put that back in my pocket. I'm keeping that one for the next time. Go through the Psalms and write them down and put them on 3x5 cards in your pocket. So when you need a lift, you've got a whole pocket full of good stuff. No, you can't fix all the bad. That's why I decided to send bunnies to North Carolina. No one else was helping them. That was bad. And then help came in for the families, but those kids, it's like they are not going to have anything for Christmas. I have to do something about that. What can I do? I can't send cots. I can't send tents. I can't send. And God said, do what you know to do. Do what I know to do? Yes, Diana. Do what you know to do. I know some bunnies. Yes. And so I started making somebody's, realized I couldn't make all that I needed. And I put out my SOS to you, and you guys came through for me. And we sent 145, which was more children that were there. I think some families got the ones that were more family oriented, that didn't come with stories. Yeah, he does, Benita. He calls me Oma. His mother is German, and so Oma in German, Oma is grandmother. Mia! Yeah, he'll miss Irene for a while, but or Eileen, he will, but he'll get used to you, and he will be your best friend. What's Amanda's channel? JB's Crochet. Angela Branham is here. You're right, Jacqueline. You do show me your love by coming back and back and back, and I love it. I don't care for the 5-weight yarn. I know it would be great for hats, but I can make hats out of my 4-weight, and that's what I usually use is a 3 or a 4-weight. But Helen, that I should never have brought that up. Ellen, I should never have brought that up. I don't know, feeling so magnanimous, I just blurted it out, and it was a very, I don't know, when I was growing up, I used to think I could tell secrets and to people, and then they would know how special and important I am. I learned that you don't look more important if you betray your friend. You look pretty bad. So I'm not sure why that popped out. I think it was just because I needed to be humbled. I had asked God to humble me, and he did. And that's the way he did it. So it is a thing. And that person, whoever it was, should have sent the message to her, not me. And I should have just left it blocked and gone. You're right, Bonnie. There's my Bonnie girl. He's laughing with me. Yeah, pebbles. They are big. I'm sending you another one in those body parts. Well, Sassy Mary, maybe we just need to send you a somebody, huh? I better write that down or I'll forget it. Where is that thing? Yeah, I thought it was down here on the bottom. Oh, there went the whole thing. Okay. Mary, you're going to have to send me your address. Gmail me at misscottage@gmail. And I can't promise you when it'll come, but I can promise you that it will come at just the right time. God's timing. Lunch is over. Have a wonderful weekend, Ellen. I love you. Yes, Kelly, you. Goofy's good, Deidre. Goodbye, Benita. Eliminate the negative. That's it. Accentuate the positive. Eliminate the negative. Yeah. Bing Crosby. Wow, Janet. Janice. Elmo's doing well. The congestion is broken up and he's feeling a lot better. And it is 1 o'clock. The Psalms are good because the Psalms are just little sentences, and it is a love affair between God and David. And you can feel the love when you go to Psalms. I don't think he does, Kelly. I don't think he cares where we are. I think he cares what we're saying to him. That's more important than where we are. He knows we have to do what we do. He knows we have to skip to the loo every once in a while. And sometimes that's the only quiet place you do have. There was a lady who had like 12 children or something, and she put a chair in the corner, and she always wore an apron. So she put a chair in the corner, and when she would pick her apron up over her head, the children knew that was her quiet place, her quiet time with God, and they would all leave her alone. As soon as that apron came down, mommy, 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 mommy. But when that apron was up, the kids knew that was her quiet time with God. That's stuck in my memory. That's love. That's children's love and respect for their mother. It's one of the things that a lot of families don't have anymore is the love and respect. Elmo is better. No, Kitty, he's still buzzing around here. There was yarn all over the floor this morning. I'll find him though. Okay, Bonnie, I'm leaving right now anyway. Work cramps my style. That's why I. Mom's not here. I just changed my name. Isn't it funny? We just need to know they're there. And I want you to know that I'm here. If you need anything, you can always call me. And if you don't have my number, you can Gmail me and I'll give it to you. And if you can't get a hold of me, you can always get a hold of God. It's just the way it is. Okay, I am down to the bottom. Hi, Marlene. Hello, hello, hello. We are just leaving. Oh, Bonnie, I don't want you getting sick. Okay, I need to tell you that God loves you beyond all knowledge of his love for you. He has a place for you in heaven, and he has treasures that he has holding in his lap, waiting for you to ask for them. Now, the trick is they need to be in accordance with God's will. So if you ask for money and fame and all that stuff, you're not going to get it. But if you ask for patience and wisdom and love, consideration, charity, the good things, the things that are in accordance with his will for you, you'll get them. Companionship, maybe in the shape of a dog or a cat or somebody. But if it's God's will for you, you'll get it. And from now until then, may he keep you in his hands. May he keep you safe. May he make his face shine on you and give you peace. Until we meet again on Sunday, which we're going to make a somebody. I love you all so much. I'll see you Sunday.